I'm feeling the urge to do a card pull for this video. I really be wanting to put my cards up, y'all. You know when you're spiritual and you're feeling anxious, you're going through like, it's so crazy. The devil and the sun just keep wanting to show themselves. But you know when you're spiritual and you have all these different spiritual practices, but you're like going through something at the moment and you're like, okay, don't start like overdoing your spiritual practices because you're freaking out. You know what I'm saying? So like I like to watch some of my favorite readers on YouTube, and you can tell the ones that you connect with. You can tell when you're like anxiously seeking information versus really working on staying grounded. And it's like, oh, okay, my favorite reader posted a video, let me see if it resonates. I'm not gonna force it. I'm not about to force it, but I am going to listen to certain reputable spaces, not just be like chasing readings and calling up all your friends and asking everyone, what do you think, what do you think, and searching for a sign and trying to make it fit. I mean, you know, that desperate energy. No one wants that. That runner chaser dynamic, hilarious. Shout out to the twin flames. The 9 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. Independent, bad bitch, feminine. At the same time, she wants union. She wants union. She wants union. 2 of Cups with the 9 of Pentacles. She wants union. But anyway, I just notice when I'm like grasping versus when you're not. And that could be with anything. It could be with money, it could be relationships, it could be answers to anything, whatever. But I had said to somebody, I was like, no one gives up the coochie like that. Like when you're all stressed about it, you're like, you know what I mean? It's hilarious how I be thinking about stuff. And then the way I be talking about God and how everything in my life is like about God. Sometimes I don't even be wanting to talk because I feel like people are gonna think like, this chick is crazy, she is going to hell. And I'm like, if that's how you feel, don't watch me. Don't watch me at all. Big child of God at the same time. So interesting. So interesting. But I also have Uranus conjunct my ascendant, which is like the ultimate, sometimes can be unpredictable, but at the same time it's in the sign of Capricorn. So can you imagine a very stoic, unpredictable person? That's me. I don't know why God made me like that, and I just find it fascinating, and you know, I just feel like God is so cool. Anyway, I feel like I've shuffled the cards enough. God, I love bridging the cards. I actually had a phase, like when I was younger, I would get like a TV tray. Who remembers TV trays? Hilarious. Just seeing all this yellow. But I got a TV tray and I would practice bridging. God. I would practice bridging the cards. I love it. I love playing cards. I love shuffling tarot. Like, it actually just calms me. I wind up pulling cards even when I don't even know why, just because I'm kind of like stressed or something, and I just like start shuffling. I'll be on the phone having an intense conversation, I'll just start shuffling cards. It just calms me. You know those things that just soothe you? It's just fun to know that. Anyway, okay. I think we're done. I think we're done shuffling. It's so satisfying. So, I don't even know what we're shuffling for. Okay, well, at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. So maybe some people here, this is like some new information for you. If you're like a beginner in astrology, maybe this is some healthy conversation, right? This is just like, you're interested, beginning stages of learning. Oh my God, one of my favorite cards, the Star, the Star. I can't even show you that card because it has boobs. Okay, so apparently when you're doing like content, you can't show naked people. But the Star doesn't cost a penny to smile. Don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. There's hope. That song's been stuck in my head for a while. The Star at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. You know, we are hopeful out here in the world. We are hopeful. There is hope. It's great to have hope. We're inspired. 17 can be significant for somebody, which reduces down to an 8. But even the smile that I've managed to have every day is like amazing compared to like everything I've been going through. I'm like, where'd you come from? You know what I mean? Queen of Pentacles at the bottom, like we are getting into the bag. But you know what's actually bringing the bag? It's the inspiration. It's the inspiration. It's the inspired actions. It's the healing. Oh my God. So the Star is related to a card of healing because it's right after the Tower. It's right after the Tower, which is a complete shakeup of your foundation. Ripped out from under you. Okay? Excavation. Something happening in life. Okay? It ain't playing. And the Star comes after that. Beautiful night sky, something about the water, there's emotional renewal. And then you got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Underlying energy is getting in the bag. Getting in the bag. Which normally we don't even really care about that, but it is important. And we're about to experience in tropical astrology, Jupiter entering into the sign of Cancer, which in reality, it's not entering into the sign of Cancer. It's freaking not. It's in Gemini still, okay? But for our psyche, for our mind, oh my God, we have some expansion about to come in when it comes to security, home. I mean, I feel like we are about to have some blessings in the Cancerian areas of our life. What house is on the cusp of Cancer for you? And I say on the cusp because if you use whole sign, it's just whatever house Cancer is in. But if you're Placidus and you're using the unequal housing system, that's what Placidus is, unequal housing system. Now, in sidereal astrology, I learned it was porphyry. When I tell you everything I had to go through to even understand the type of sidereal astrology I wanted to study, it was like a day's work, okay? Anyway, porphyry, okay? Oof. It's just a lot. Astrology can be a lot, but when you're interested and when you're curious, it's really fascinating, and I just love the rabbit holes. It's just, but maybe it's because I'm meant to be an educator, and I would love to support you in becoming your own astrologer. Like there are certain things that it's just really, really good for you to know in order to understand your cycles, yourself, what's going on with you, and whatever. So I just could not help but look at the top of the deck. Normally I always like to let cards like fly out, but I just felt inspired. The World, completing cycles, like endings, new beginnings, like you did that. I'm putting that here. That's 2 major arcanas. It's 2 major arcanas, okay? And I'm really relating this to divine feminine energy because, I mean, the Star, it's very androgynous. Like, look at her hair. Look at her. Oh God. Look at her hair. It's very like mullet. Like, it's very androgynous, but she clearly has boobs. So, female anatomy. I'm not hating. Okay, I'm not trying to gender anybody. The Star, female energy, world, divine feminine, Queen of Pentacles. Hello. I feel like I'm talking to. I feel like who am I talking to? I love it cause she got her own. She got her own. I love it cause she got her own. She got her own. Independent. Neo. Was it Jamie Foxx? Whatever. We know what's going on. Anyway, Divine Feminine, what's up? Are you my twin flame sister? Are you my light worker sister? Are you my friend? I feel like we're friends. I feel like we're friends because I'm connected to this energy. I feel like if you're even here, you're connected to this energy. The kids are playing us music, like the trees are swaying, the birds are singing. It's just amazing out here. Learning astrology can change your life. Look at all these major arcanas. Like, who are you? The Hermit, the 9 energy. We're in a 9 year. Oh my God. Wow, the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. 9, 10. Talk about completing cycles. We're talking about 21. Okay? Oh my God. Oh my God. I just caught a glimpse because the mirror is right in front of me. I just caught a glimpse of the top card. High Priestess? What is happening? What is happening right now? Because I can't even take it. I don't even need to look at any more cards. First of all, Queen of Pentacles is still at the bottom of the deck. But the Star, the World, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess. Healing, ending cycles, like cycle breaker. The Recluse, like you went inside to seek what you need because everything is within you. The Wheel of Fortune, things are turning in your favor. The High Priestess, like the intuitive one, like what? Wow, Courtney, and if you never post this, like you know what's up. Like, you know who you are. If you're watching this, you know who you are, bro. You know who you are. You know how magical. One of my favorite tarot readers. Divine Empress Tarot 333. Oh my God. And even Divine Empress Tarot 444. It's hilarious. Y'all don't even know if y'all ready for 444. Divine Empress Tarot. I don't even know if you're ready for her. But Divine Empress Tarot 333, kindred spirit, and some of the things that she always says in her readings, like I just love her energy. I just felt like I was like channeling her or something. But if you are watching this video, like you have been feeling like you're special your whole life, but yet things have been happening where you have had a hard time trusting your intuition, because when things have happened where you trusted your intuition, you feel like, oh my God, I should not have listened to that. I was listening to my intuition and I got into a situation where I feel like I got my heart broken, or it was like a painful experience. And oh my God, I've been understanding that has been happening. It sucks, but everything again has been divinely orchestrated, and you're like a spiritual badass, like freaking warrior energy type stuff. And maybe you're already into astrology, maybe you're getting into astrology. Oh my God. You know when the tarot readers like get all like, oh my God, and get all whatever with the cards, and you're like, come on, like really, what is it? It's another major arcana card. And the reason why that is so fascinating to me is because of the fact that I done shuffled these cards. There's like, how many cards are in the tarot? Like 78 or something. And we have 6 cards out here, and they're all major arcana. They're all major. There's only 22 major arcana cards out of like 70 something, and out of 6 cards, they're all the majors. That is like significant big life theme energy, bro. It's big. The Hierophant, spiritual teacher. I'm really annoyed with this too because it's like the twin flame energy. Spiritual contracts. I think you're meant to be a teacher. I think I'm meant to be a teacher, and I barely feel ready for it, but I think you're meant to be a teacher. I think if you're watching this, you're meant to be a teacher. And the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. I think that you have, I'm trying to get up there to where it like focuses. I have it on cinematic. I don't know why I did that. I feel like you got some major activations going on with your astrology right now. Major activations going on with your astrology, because that was the whole point of this video. It was an astrology video. And yes, you wound up learning a little bit about me and what I'm wanting to be doing. And if you even resonate with me. So if you're still here and you're watching this reading, like, what? The Star, hope. You've just went through like a complete change in your life. Like something really shook you to your core. Like felt like everything was destroyed. And you've been in a renewal. You've been in a period of renewal. And it probably feels like nothing's been happening. It probably feels like nothing's been happening. And if anything, why does it feel like it's getting worse? But you're breaking cycles. That's where the World card comes in. There has been major cycle breaking happening here. You've probably been going through a lot of like deprogramming, renewing your mind. Romans 12:2, freaking love that scripture. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what is that good and perfect will of God, that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Which again, if you take it out of scriptural context, it's talking about the fact of like, again, deprogramming yourself. Understanding that God lives in you, that you are more powerful than what you think you are, and don't be conformed to everybody else. Don't listen to everybody else. Don't be trying to do it like how everybody else is doing it. Listen to your intuition. Trust God within. That is a very narrow road, as the Bible talks about as well. Wide is the gate and narrow is the way. Wide is the gate that everybody else is walking through, but narrow is the way of this cycle breaker. The 9, it's a 9-year forgiveness, completion, because the 9 is complete on its own. Anything paired with a 9, the 9 falls away. If it's 39, it reduces down to a 3. Not 9 plus 3 is 12, which reduces to a 3. 49, anything with a 9, it's going to be, the 9 is going to fall away and it's going to be that number. The 9 is the independent. 9 is independent. 9 is complete on its own. All the 9s in the decks, the 9 of Pentacles, single, independent, bad bitch. The 9 of Wands, I mean, it's like sleepless nights, but it's like, right before the dawn. I mean, but you're by yourself in your thoughts. It's, what's another one? What's the 9 of Cups? Single, independent, energy, fulfillment, complete emotional fulfillment within yourself. What is it? Pentacles, Air of Swords, 9 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, we said that. The 9 of Wands, wounded warrior energy, by yourself, standing guard, like, you know what I'm saying? You almost done with the fight. Like, it's either way, it's an independent energy, okay? And the 9 is, I thought 10s were completion, which they are, but 10s are endings and beginnings. Like, it's very interesting. It's the 1 and the 0 together, which a 0 with anything, it amplifies it. Anyway, the point is the freaking 9, okay? The Hermit. You have been in your independent energy. You have been alone. You have been alone and you have been tuned into your inner light. You've been seeking within. And things are changing, bro. The wheel of fortune, things are changing. Things are happening. The wheel is turning. And it's happening in your favor, which is interesting when readers say that. But how could it not? How could it not? Why would it go from... Because the Tower is assumed, right? Because we have the star here. The reading started with the star. It really started with the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And now we're at the Knight of Swords. So now look at the energy progression. Look at the energy progression after 6 cards. We went from the Page of Swords at the beginning to the Knight of Swords. Something is happening mentally. Something is shifting. Oh my God. First of all, and the fact that this whole video was supposed to be for practice, of me practicing just showing up authentically. I enjoy tarot. I really enjoy tarot. And it's another thing when you're getting deprogrammed from Christianity and stuff like that, as if it's demonic or whatever. Bro, the Holy Spirit is with me on these cards, bro. I done prayed before I even started recording this whole video. And when I tell you that I know God is with me all the time, and that as I've been practicing this divination, that God is with me and is teaching me how to listen to my intuition. And as I'm looking at these cards, having gotten to know the cards and studied the meanings and just listening to readings and having putting my own intuition on it, I hear God speaking through these cards, and I hear God talking to me. And if you're watching this, if I ever put this up anywhere, I hear God talking to you. And the energy is shifting mentally. There is major stuff happening here. Again, all major arcana, and the energy. Even if another card comes out that's not major arcana, that is not taking away from what is happening right now. Is from what is being shown. You are going through a major transition and transformation in your life. Okay. The 6 of Swords and the 3, Knight of Swords still at the bottom. The 6 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. So the 6 of Swords is talking about moving towards calmer waters. Moving towards calmer waters. The 6s to me is like a relief card, because the 5s are like you went through some change. Right, the 5s of Swords is like you just finished this conflict. They're the guys pick. It's like the aftermath of a fight, and now you're moving on to calmer waters. You've kind of like, if you're here, the 5s might really resonate with you. We have the 5 of first of all, oh my God, how annoying! How annoying! Hi, Divine Feminine. Okay, are you on a counterpart journey? Because didn't even realize that you had the High Priestess and the Hierophant, the 2 freaking teachers. Is your Divine Masculine supposed to be a teacher with you? Are you resonating with that? But that Divine Feminine, I'm just really... I did not plan to be on a journey like this, and it only hit me like right before I went to Bali, or maybe when I got here, of the counterpart journey and twin flame journeys. It's so annoying. It's kind of overused, but you know when you're freaking on one, not when you're on some weird journey with a narcissist or just some unhealthy toxic relationship. Like, don't try to make it a twin flame journey if it's not, okay? Because you don't want that either way. But I just noticed this. I was going to talk about how you might relate to the 5s. I'm a life path 5 number. The 5s are like really big in my life. 5s are a number of change and adventure, freedom, stuff like that. But we had just had the 5s come, the Hierophant come out, which is why I wanted to even look down at this. And then I noticed how it was right with the High Priestess. How did I not see that before? This is intense, bro. Anyway, the 5 of Swords is like you just finished having this conflict. So to me, the 6 of Swords, and what's interesting is as you get to know the tarot, I feel like you start to feel into the cards more when you understand what was before it, what's after it, when you understand what the energy is all about, okay? So again, you have gone through this change, right? We started the reading with the energy of the star, because that happened after the tower. You've gone through a complete shakeup. You're healing. You've gone through being backstabbed. You've gone through feeling betrayed. You've gone through being hurt. You've gone through conflict, and it's messed with your head. Swords energy is air. Swords is air energy. Like, it's been a mental battle. Now you're moving on to calmer waters, low key inside of yourself. Six of Swords. You're moving on to calmer waters. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but you really are. And to me, the Six of Swords and the Three of Cups coming out together is telling me that you're also almost going through like an internal celebration. Now, the Three of Cups, you may not, because you're in that hermit energy, you're probably not necessarily like celebrating with people. But I will say, like, your spirit team, your angels, your ancestors, your guides, I feel like there is celebration happening. It's like, you know what? Like, again, cycle breaker, completing cycles, like there is so much to be grateful for, to celebrate, to pat yourself on the back for, which I think you know that even as you're going through these days and things have been kind of challenging. At the same time, like, again, you're finding your smile, like you're still nourishing yourself, you're still taking care of the things you need to take care of. You haven't completely fallen apart. You're not bedridden. You're not functioning. You're actually functioning at a higher level, because you used to have to drag yourself out to do things, to take your client, to drag yourself out to go do your obligatory things. Now you're showing up and it's like, okay, I can do this. Like, this has been hard, but like you're a little bit more spiritually fortified is what I'm feeling. And with that Knight of Swords energy at the bottom, again, from the Page to the Knight, that page energy at the beginning, I feel like it's becoming more clear now. That is you thought you were up for the spiritual challenges and things that's been going on. Like, you knew you were a spiritual badass, but the things that you've been going through, the initiation that you have been going through, the karmic completion of this cycle that you've been going through, I think you thought you were going to be able to handle it. Pages can be naive. I think you were a little naive about how difficult this was going to be. Now, with it coming to the Knight, I feel like now you're starting to have some gumption. Like, now you like, all right, it's still challenging, because the Knight, I mean, this nigga, he looked like he's still fighting. It's like you're still fighting, but now it's like, okay, I've gotten through so much and I've come this far. As if God's gonna have you fall flat on your face. Of course not. Spiritual warrior, child of God, beloved. Okay. Wow, more major arcana. What the heck, bro? So, and the Knight of Swords still at the bottom of the deck. Oh my God. So, the Strength card and the Hanged Man. The 8 and the 11. The 8, a very karmic number. Also, with the infinity, the 8 creates the infinity sign. The 8 is the infinity sign, whatever. The 8 is abundance. It's karmic. It's the strength. Sometimes I feel like the Strength card is like, I ain't even trying to get on your nerves, because the Strength card can be kind of annoying, because it's like you're used to being strong. You've been that all your life, you know. It's like you've had to be strong, going through so many things, whatever. It's like the Strength card is not here to mock. The Strength card is here to remind. Like, it really is like, and again, that divine feminine energy, because It's grace. It's the strength that comes with grace. It's taking me back to the high priestess. It's taking me back to the womb of creation. It takes strength to feel unseen. It takes strength to go through so much pain and still be such a beautiful person, to still have such a beautiful heart, for your heart to still be so open. I'm starting to like get emotional about that. Like that takes strength. That is like the strength of the world that people do not appreciate. And you have that. You have that. And so even though sometimes the reminder of strength feels like a mockery, just let it be a testament to how much of your feminine power that you're standing in now, when you probably didn't know that you could ever stand in that feminine power like that, if it would ever truly be real either. It takes me back to like when you're low-key like a tomboy, but you're not a tomboy, but you're like kind of awkward in your feminine energy, and you do feel more comfortable like being more like frumpy and stuff like that. But you've grown into your femininity. You've really grown into that, and you've become more graceful, and it's beautiful, and you're so strong. That Lilith energy is coming back in. You're not too much, like that wound of too much, and the anger that you probably sit with because of things in your life that have felt so unfair. You're still standing in so much beauty and grace, and that is a strength. That's what I'm getting from the strength card, from that 8 energy right now. And when it comes to the Hanged Man, upright, everything has been upright. Everything has been upright. Like, even though you probably feel like a mess, you are freaking in alignment. You're standing in that energy. You're owning your shit, bro. And I don't even want to curse too much because I want like this video to reach who it needs to reach at the same time. Like, that's just how I'm feeling. You're adjusting your perspective, and I know it feels really, really hard, but you're doing it. You're doing it. You're keeping your boundaries. You're remaining with your heart open, even though things are slashing you, bro. It probably feels like, I don't even know if I can keep my heart open anymore, because it just feels like I'm being stabbed. It feels like you're being burned. Phoenix energy, you're on it, bro. You're freaking on it. I hope that this message has been Page of Pentacles, okay? Okay? I think we're coming into some money energy now. So much of this energy before has been about your mind. It's been about your mind and overcoming like some mental things. Again, because the pages, hilarious. I took the Page of Pentacles off of the bottom of the deck, and the Ace of Wands is back there. Like your spirit is burning. Like your fire is coming back. You're really coming back online. And even though things have been very difficult, it has been divinely orchestrated. The astrology is reflecting it. The tarot readings are reflecting it. The numbers are reflecting it. You've probably been seeing a lot of numbers. There's probably been some numbers that have really been relating to you. The 11 is also oh my God, why did I say 11? Hanged Man is the 12. It's 3 energy. So it was 8 and 12. I don't know why I said 11 at first. 11 is the Justice. You might still be craving some justice in certain areas of your life. Things have definitely felt very unfair. The Queen of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Tower. So the Tower came back out, and that's coming out behind the Queen of Swords energy, and we have the Chariot at the bottom. The Chariot is a card of movement. It's also a card of aligning like will and determination, like focused willpower. And so these cards are really speaking to me because the Queen of Swords is the card of boundaries. To me, this is the boundaries card. Divine Feminine, I can feel how you've really been having to have your boundaries up. You've been having to stay mentally clear because you have this Ten of Pentacles in mind that you want. You want legacy, you want financial abundance, you want financial security, you want family, you want fulfillment. You want tangible fulfillment, earthly fulfillment. What are the things that make earthlings fulfilled, right? Money, love, success. Like you are determined to, you are mentally determined to have this Ten of Pentacles after you've gone through a significant tower, after you've gone through a significant shakeup in your life. Thank you, baby. Yeah, the tower fell in your bed. That's what I'm getting for from those cards. But the energy is shifting. Like there's definitely a lot of movement happening here. So I'm feeling Queen of Wands. Ah, you magnetic little witch. You magnetic little witch. Divine Feminine, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles revealed herself earlier. The only thing we haven't seen yet is, what would that be? Queen of Wands, Pentacles, Wands, Pentacles, Swords. Wands, Pentacles, Swords. What's the block here? What's the fourth? Cups. Emotions. The emotions are still feeling a little bit blocked. And the Four of Cups at the bottom. Four of Cups at the bottom. We're so intently focused on some things. And there is a gift being given. Like there is some emotional relief that's being provided. We're having a hard time seeing it. One of my favorite readers, I think it might have been Divine Empress Tarot 333, but she was saying how it was like she was getting off of the card, that the person was like just about to turn around just to look at the cup behind him. So maybe not, but there's definitely like some arms folded, like resistance here. And I think it's because you're just really not getting what you want. I'm speaking to myself here too. You're just really not getting what you want right now. And that's really hard. Like you're not getting the money. You're not getting the love. Eight of Swords, I picked it up in reverse. Like you're coming out of this limited belief mindset. You are coming out of it. Eight of Swords, Two of Swords. See all the swords energy coming up in the reading here? It's a lot of a mental battle going on here. Like you're in Four of Cups still right behind it. You're trying so hard to, like, it's like she's keeping guard, right? Like you're still guarded. You're still having a hard time letting your walls down. The devil just tried to pop out. It's it's limiting beliefs. It's like it's bondage, but it's like a bondage that you're kind of allowing. It's like not necessarily real. Your ego feels really bound to something right now. Maybe the recognition and success. Six of Wands is the card of recognition and success. Can be the card of victory. The Ten of Swords at the bottom, like that could be what's needing to end. That could be what's needing to die. That could be that final sword in your back is needing to let go of that need for validation. someone validating your career path, someone validating your relationship, someone validating. Nine of Wands energy just showed up, that wounded warrior, like that fighter. It's like, I think that there's some needing to give that up. And I genuinely think that you're trying. I genuinely think that you want to give that up and you're trying your hardest to give that up. What's the block? What's the block? What's the block for my viewer? 6, another 6, 6, 6. The number 6 could be significant. It is for me. It's the nostalgic. It's the nostalgia. You want this validation. You want this victory. You want this. And the nostalgia, the thoughts of having it like in the past. See, and there goes that 5 of Swords at the bottom. See, that's that mental conflict. That's what's got you held up here on this victory, is this nostalgia. Almost could be childhood, like could be related to childhood fantasy, childhood dream, and remembering. The 4 of Pentacles just showed itself with something else. I put it back. I don't know. It just seemed like it wasn't really trying to come out, but it was just something that I did. But that nostalgia. It's giving me that energy of like how you want a manifestation, but you're having a hard time letting it go. It's like you're still like dreaming about it. Like you just can't let it go out of your head. And I feel like you want to let it go. I feel like you really do. And that's why it's that 10th sword. That's why it's that underlying energy. That's why it's like, that's what's like, I feel like it's trying to be purged out of you, but it's having a hard time. Like, yeah, see the Fool, this new beginning has this ending needing to happen right behind it. Like, and the Justice coming out at the bottom. Like, it's that, it's like you want it to be fair. You want it to be fair. And you're contemplating about that. The 2 of Wands, you're wanting to like move forward. Ace of Wands at the bottom. You're wanting to move forward. I think we're coming up to the last cards here. I'm so grateful that just like allowing myself this space to connect with myself and share and be creative. I'm just grateful that you're here. Wands, 9 of Wands, 8 of Wands at the bottom. Forward movement, communication. But that 9 of Wands, that wounded warrior, it's like, you know, you're really doing your best here, and you're at the end. You're looking forward. This ending is coming about. I feel like it's kind of being forced upon you, not in a bad way. I feel like even the astrology, it's kind of helping it. We have that Saturn-Neptune conjunction happening in the sign of Aries. Aries is a fire sign. Fire connects to that Wands energy that we're looking at here. And we're having a new beginning, and it's going to be more structured. It's going to be spiritual. It's going to Saturn and Neptune together. It could be like scared spirituality, but it's also like responsible spirituality. It's I'm just feeling that Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries being significant here. Maybe you should look into that more for yourself, but it did just come up. I'm not going to force it. That's also part of the practice here, is just learning how to just listen to my intuition, like seeing what's strong and what's softening. And like I said, I feel like we're coming to the end of the cards and to the end of the reading. I don't even know how long that this has been. So we can get like some final encouragement, final messages. I'll take 3 more cards. The moon, we'll see how it landed. Must be very specific cards that want to come out. Which we have pulled a lot, so I could understand that. I don't know what that one was. I'm just going to get the 3rd one. The Devil. 10 of Wands at the bottom. All right, so I picked it up all upright. The Moon, the 7 of Cups, and the Devil. So I mean, this is a lot of subconscious energy here. So it's really making sense to me, like, you know, this full moon that we're going through. Take a look at the houses are going to be pretty much the same. You might have some variations, but the houses pretty much stay the same. And when you look at your true sidereal placements, it's really the sign that changes, because it's the 13th sign, omittance, that becomes significant there, that really shifts the signs around. And then obviously whatever house system you're choosing to use. So I would check it out. Look at masteringthezodiac.com to check for your sidereal. To me, that's the closest to a true sidereal chart you're gonna get. Everything else, if you look at sidereal, like astro.com or something like that, they don't include Ophiuchus, and so it's still just not gonna be according to true sidereal, like what's in the sky. But that's just a recommendation as we're wrapping up this time together. And again, thank you so much for being here with me. So the moon, that's saying a lot about the subconscious, your intuition, things that maybe were hidden that could be coming to light for you at this time. The 7 of Cups can be a card of confusion, but also of, again, using your intuition, like having to sort through. The 7s to me are cards of contemplations. Typically it's a card with a 7 where someone is thinking about something. They're kind of sorting through something. And Cups being emotional. So there might be some emotional sorting through that you're needing to do at this time. Recognizing where some things could just be almost like a trick. Like the 7 of Cups can also be a card of illusions. So really paying attention and using your intuition and looking so that you're sorting through what's real and what's not. The Devil, another thing to me that can signify illusions. It's a card of bondage. Can be a card of like toxic partnership. It's definitely relating to whoever I feel like is viewing this video. So those are some things that I think are meant for some further reflection during this time. And again, that 10 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. I think it's really time that we're putting down our burdens. You know, we're coming to that time where it also, to me, it's giving me where it's like, okay, this person is carrying all of these sticks and looks like it's really hard on his back and is tired and everything, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like I always get the energy that he's about to go put them down, and it's going to be grateful that he carried them and made it all that way, carrying it by himself. And so yeah, that's what I'm getting, like, and that wounded warrior, that 9 of Wands, where it's like, you know, you've been so defensive and it's like, oh my God, am I done with the fight? To me, the 10 is like, yes, I'm done with the fight. I'm going to put my sticks away. So again, a card of endings and beginnings. We're done with the battle and we're putting the things away, and now we're about to start the next thing. So I think as hard as it is to imagine that things are coming to an ending here, almost feels really hard to believe, especially if you're thinking about like coming into union with yourself, or you're thinking about coming into union with a specific person. It probably seems like, yeah, right, that feels like that's ages away. But maybe that inner union with yourself for sure is like way closer than you think. And you're still going to put the sticks away, but it was worth it. And you finished what you started. And there's something else after that. That's what I'm getting for that. Just because I'm just going to go ahead and pull a card for my Soul's Journey lesson cards, and also the astrology deck that I have, just because this was all about astrology. Maybe I'll cut out the beginning astrology talk and just let it be about the reading. Freedom, which again is associated with the number 5. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness, which I truly believe is possible, and that's what we're doing, and that's what I feel like you've been doing for so long, and it is not in vain. And humor, hilarious, at the bottom of the deck. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life, which of course has been very, very helpful lately. I don't even remember if I shuffled those. I think I shuffled them, but either way, I feel like those were the right messages. And then when it comes to astrology, the astrology deck, let's just see, Lord, what do you want us to keep in mind about astrology right now? What should I look into? What should my viewers look into? What's the energy? What's the messages for this full moon in Sagittarius / Scorpio? With the full moon in Sagittarius, our minds our emotions are definitely more focused in on expansion, philosophy, freedom, joy. If you look at it in sidereal with the full moon being in Scorpio, which in tropical we really just experienced last month, it's really about our biggest fears coming to light. So I told myself 3 cards once I started shuffling. So we got fixed, which the fixed signs are all about stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. To me, that's speaking to the energy of you being steadfast on what you're working on, not giving up, knowing that everything about this whole journey and what we're experiencing in life is for a reason. It is growing you. Oh my God, one of my old teachers that I had a complicated relationship with part of her teaching was the purpose is growth and the benefit is love. And so everything that we've been going through, the purpose is growth and the benefit is more love. So you're stable, you are persistent, you're loyal, and you're dependable. And those aspects are what is helping you get through one of the darkest times in your life right now. Pisces energy, which is water, related to the emotions, mutable energy, very adaptable. The words on the card say intimacy, intuition, and compassion. So I think that focusing on those things, especially having Venus entering into the sign of Taurus right now, I just feel like that, and Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces, which divine feminine, I feel like you are no stranger to beauty and compassion and love being one of your most appreciated methods of soothing. So I think that focusing on intimacy, intuition, and compassion during this full moon is really going to support you. And also house 5, which is related to passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. I think that focusing on those things during this full moon is also going to support you. The energy of your creation. And Mars, move forward and defend self. I think that underlying, we are really being driven and we're ambitious. That ambition is underlying and supporting you right now, I think, in a really, really special way. And that's relating back to that strength card, which you're just so powerful and so graceful at the same time. So this was a really good experience for me. And I think that some really, really cool messages came out. And if you've been here with me to the end, whatever you want to do, thank you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I know I've said that so many times during this message, but I am sending you so much love, and until the next time, peace.